Hi everyone, welcome to Brett and my first attempt at being business people.
I feel like you're putting a bit of negativity up on my wall.
What I'm putting on our wall.
This is my desk. This is my wall. That's your desk, and that's your wall. Your wall has all the motivational stuff. So what is it you're putting on my wall?
Some more motivational stuff.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to make a wall of... Look, we'll call a spade a spade. This is a wall of rejection. Everybody that's ever told us no for something, in writing. They've sent us an email or we've asked to be part of something and they've been like, "No, sorry, you're too much of a peasant for us." It's probably not really like that. But that's my internal mind saying that.
Yeah.
What I think we should do is have a wall of rejection. And so every time, things are getting tough, we're having a hard day, whatever the case may be, if you're feeling that little bit of struggle town, you can look up at this wall and be like, "No, fuck those people. Like, this is why I'm here. This is what we're going to build. We're going to build something amazing, and we're going to show all of these people that they missed out on an amazing opportunity that we presented to them."
It sounds like something we should incorporate into our software. If it actually works.
Like an FU wall.
I'm very skeptical.
I don't know how
more of a
feel about that.
I'm more for positive motivation, but sure, let's see if this works. It could get very expensive considering you're framing every single one. Power of positive thinking, people.
I hope that there will only ever be one of those on that wall.
Do you want hot chocolate?
Yes, thank you. Just a quick update. Today, because obviously we're getting to the pointy end now, so I need to start thinking about advertising, ways that we can get our product in front of as many people as possible to obviously help as many people as possible. Today I've had a meeting with somebody from Nova radio stations. I have another meeting with someone from Oz Stereo. Yeah, feel pretty good about that meeting and looking forward to the one with Oz Stereo later this afternoon. Here's a poo. It's angry. Like most of the ones Tristan takes. He's making coffee and a hot chocolate for me because he's sometimes a nice guy, but most of the time he's Jimmy's a rustled, real rustled, Russell Master, Russell Simmons. So just had the second meeting, this time with a guy from Oz Stereo. David was the complete opposite of the first person that came from Nova. First person sort of said, "Well, because you're a startup, we'll give you X amount of value for this, this small amount of money that you're using as a budget." So to give you some scope, they actually said they'd give us 4 times the value for the amount of money that we're investing. And that's because she was focused on the long game, so keeping us as a client, so when we get bigger, and blah, blah, blah. We'll come back to them. This gentleman from Oz Stereo was very different. He was more interested in making sure we made a good decision or the best decision for the best way for us to reach our correct audience, rather than wasting money just spraying it at everybody and hoping that they would respond. The other thing that I liked a lot was that the gentleman from Oz Stereo was very passionate about lots of other forms of advertising as well. So his entire focus wasn't on how he could get our money into their pockets to buy radio ads. He was entirely focused on how we can get the best value for money. He had some crazy advice as well. Like, he was really loose, but so sharp. Really knew what he was talking about. He's like one of those people that are like incredibly technically sound, but he was just so loose. And that's not an issue for us. We're pretty loose as well, but I guess it's more that I guess I just didn't expect that gun to my head if I had to decide between one or the other. Right now, I would have no hesitation saying Oz Stereo would be the way that we go. Yeah.
So there's a single option, and I press it, and it's like add skills or goals.
Well, the way that I had it on the board was that there were two boxes.
There's two options. So there's add skills, add goals.
Yeah.
Okay, and when you click add skills, what happens?
So was it an open text box?
Yep. Okay, so you
Next
click on the
to-
open text box
So you can start typing.
and type it. Yep.
So you type listening,
Yeah.
and then you hit if there's a submit button or whatever, add button, whatever next to it, you hit that.
Yeah, but what is the user thinking about when they type in that skill?
At that moment, they're probably, well, I suppose that depends. I mean, we haven't asked this question before about what the skill is. So I guess perhaps we were both under the assumption that these were skills they had worked on only.
This is where I ended up in that like loop in my head where I was like, this is not going to work. It's because, well, once you go back to the dashboard the next day, skills that you've worked on, like, what does that mean for you moving forward? How about this? You could break it down into like two really simple categories, which in the back end still has the skills and goals stuff. But when you fill out an interaction, it could be like, I want to improve on something, or I have improved on something. Okay, I have improved, very easy. Skill.
Yep.
You know? And like we talked about, skill could be something that is from a predefined list of skills that everyone could have or whatever, or a custom entry. I have improved. So I want to improve on this, yeah? And then we could ask them, oh, are there steps involved? Yes, there are. Or no, you could be like...
Well, that's in the recap.
That's in the recap, yeah. But whenever it happens, it has to happen.
Yep.
So yes or no. And if it's yes, then it goes to... You add them. And it's there. And there you've created a goal.
Yep.
Okay? Well, the other method, I think this still could be cleaned up a bit, but that's the basic idea. When you say you want to improve, it figures out if it's a skill or a goal, and then sorts it out. And when you say you have improved, well, it already knows it's a skill because it would have already been split back here.
Mm.
So you get to either improve on skills that you want to improve on, or improve on skills that... any other skill, really. But do you like that kind of... I know it seems like a simplification, but from like a user experience...
It's way better.
I want to improve on, and I have improved on.
It's way better.
Hello, you're speaking with Ben.
Hi, Ben. It's Brett Stone. How are you?
Yeah, great yourself.
Yeah, good, thank you.
Awesome, thanks for connecting.
No, it's okay.
Tell me a bit about your business, what you guys are up to.
We're a two-man startup, so there's myself and my business partner, Tristan.
Awesome.
And we're probably getting close to 3 months full-time in, where we've been working on it full-time, and we probably spent about 9 months part-time before that.
Nice.
And what we're building is a series of tools to help with personal and professional development. So right now we're getting close to releasing a beta of a piece of software which will basically, it gives you an opportunity every day to answer 3 questions that will challenge you and encourage you, and also allow you to say, you know, this is what I have gotten, or this is what I want to improve, and this is what I have improved.
Yeah, great.
And the idea is to take time at the end of every day, like, you know, most incredibly successful people, your Tony Robbins and your Richard Bransons, you know, they all, you know, take time at the end of their day to be able to reflect on what they did well and what their challenges were, and how they could have handled them differently or better. And so what we're doing, I guess, is trying to create a piece of software that helps everybody to be able to do that.
Yeah, no, I like it.
So if you don't have a mentor or a coach, somebody that's helping you to develop, well, this will help you to develop yourself.
So what I'll do is I'll fire up an email with Jo. She's based in Sydney, but she's got a lot of experience in this space. You can have a bit of a chat to her and work out where the possible partnerships are and what we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds great.
It's different. It's completely different. Maybe I've just got like hypersensitive taste buds that can tell the difference between different types of milk. I feel bad. You bought me this lovely coffee and now it's fucking shit.
So ungrateful.
What's an application or a piece of software that you want, that you imagine users to feel the same way about?
I don't know if there is one.
Hydrate Spark.
Talk to me.
So you look at it and like okay, this could be a really good comparison. Drinking water isn't difficult. If someone said you have to drink a lot of water every day, you'd say, fuck, that's easy. I got that down. But actually going and doing it is completely different. You need something that reminds you to do it, something that at the end of the day you look at and you go, oh, I didn't do enough of that. When there is a place for me to look at how I'm tracking and if I'm achieving my goal, I guess the goal in this sense is a goal that's been set by the application, not by me. It just goes, this is your goal. But yeah, when you complete it, you're like, fuck yeah, smashed out that day, And what have you done? You've drunk water, like it's not, like, fundamentally, it's like the simplest fucking thing that you've done. You've just continued to drink water during the day. But you've taken, like, active steps to do it. So I feel like, for me, that's what I want someone to feel like when using Crescendo. When we get big, who do you think's the first company that's going to express interest in purchasing the Crucial team?
That's an interesting question because what we're making, there's nothing like.
Yeah. Hopefully that's because we're innovators and not because it's a shit idea.
I should probably get on Seek, right? I guess there's a chance it could be somebody in like the mental health space.
It's not just mental health though, it's just people
Yeah.
taking the opportunity or taking the time to work on themselves. Not even work on.
People that provide tools that, help people get better, like an education space maybe, like like online uni or something like that maybe? Something like that. What do you think?
I have no idea. Maybe we don't need to be purchased. Stop zooming in on my face, you fuckhead. You know the movie Superbad, of course.
Yeah.
So Jay loves back scratches. Yeah? So like, when we go to bed, she's like, can you scratch my back before we go to bed? Like, and we're lying in bed and I'll scratch her back. I'm like, because I'm trying to sleep and it's like annoying because you're trying to scratch your back and you're like, fuck, I just want to like, it's not a comfortable position for your hand to be in while you're also trying to sleep.
That's right.
And I'm like, yeah, but as long as you scratch my back afterwards. Funny thing. Like, I don't even know if she fully remembered the reference. I think she's seen Superbad, but I had to explain it to her, and she's like, okay. So now, every time, as soon as I say funny thing, like, that's all we need to, like...
She's made the connection.
Both know that that's what it means.
There'll be no funny things.
There's no funny things.
There's no funny things in this office.
Not at all.
So, yesterday, we applied to have our website, our beta test up and coming on a website. and it got rejected because it didn't meet the criteria of what they asked for. So you only get one crack at submitting it a second time. So Tristan is currently looking at the other examples that have made it to the site to see if it's worthwhile us updating how our current website looks in order to try and make it onto this website.
But do you see how affected we're getting by just that? And I understand, you know, you're like, oh, well, if they feel that way, then other people might feel that way. But if you started acting like that for every time a single person had an opinion, then you'd never get anything done. We still have our vision of getting this done. I think once we've got that done and we've got people testing it, if then people go, no, I don't like this, then we change it. But at this stage, it's just slowing us down. It's just another thing to slow us down. Good? Yeah, alright, it's completed. So now if I went back to here, I'm going to press myself again. Remember the interaction that I was there, interaction 5 as it's called, is now set to complete. I haven't actually tested this at all yet. So you can press myself. Interaction 6. Yeah? There's currently 4 questions and it's just choosing the first 3 by default anyway. But now you can imagine it being like, I want to impress myself, and then like, ignoring all this other stuff, like just have the question pop up in its thing, it'll fade in, you have like a text box to answer it, continue, you know?
Mm.
Really like clean, simple.
Mm.
It's a big step. It looks shit.
No, I wasn't ready.
Oh, you weren't ready?
I wasn't ready for that. That's pretty awesome.